This is SpongeBob and Mimic talking about the pandemic. Say pandemic. Look into the camera. Pandemic. Yeah. Marcus, I brought you on this episode to share some of my gaming during the pandemic, how we've been coping with the pandemic, playing games. Marcus, do you like playing games? What game do you play during the pandemic?
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man. And what else? You play GTA with me. GTA. What you do on GTA?
GTA.
You do what? You drive the what? What you drive? You don't know what you drive? The motorcycle. And what else? You like the cars, right?
The cars.
Anyway, during the pandemic, we've been playing a lot of my games. So some of the games are being shown in the background, but this is really about Marcus and autism. You know, and some of our young people who, during this pandemic, have to cope with the pandemic. You know, we talk about, you know, a lot of us out of work and, you know, whether it be the mailman or the teacher or the doctors or, you know, hours being dropped. You know, some of us getting unemployment. You know, well, some of our special need programs have been canceled, literally dropped. Marcus been out of his day program for what? How long you been out of your day program, Marcus? How long? 1 year? 2 years?
2 years.
Almost 2 years. Been a year since the pandemic started. And he's been coping, but in the beginning he couldn't understand because he have a routine. And with most autism, with at least my son, autism young people do not like for their programming or their day-to-day routine to be interrupted. So, you know, that's been hard on Marcus. Marcus, how have you been during this pandemic? How you feeling?
I'm fine.
You're fine? Before the pandemic, Marcus used to go to where?
Chimes.
Marcus used to go to Chimes. He had a program. He went to Chimes on a regular, you know, a 9-to-5 type of job. You know, with these programs, they actually go out and they work. They, you know, some of them go out and they have, you know, wash windows, whatever. You know, your program. If any of you've been through this with your special programs for your young men and women, you know, they have a routine, a real job. It's really going out there. And with Marcus, his program was canceled. His program, he's been out of work for, like I said, almost a year, right, Marcus?
Right.
You've been out for a while.
Wow.
And you know, and it's a lot, especially for some of us who are parents who are full-time workers. You know, you got your kids out of school, then you got this young men who had these special programs that they go to, you know, we call them day programs, and now you're trying to keep them safe, you know, and you know, it's just hard to keep them in their routine, or even to bring someone in to help them, because again, you know, with us having to wear the mask. Mark, show your mask. You know, so it's hard, you know, to really bring someone in to take care of them. So now you're trying to find somebody while you go to work. If you're still at work, some of us are still working, and you know, so it's been hard, you know. And me and Marcus just want to share that because, you know, like I said, the news, we talk about a lot of things, but a lot of the special need programs are not being, you know, talked about. But if you're going through, you talk to your local government. With me, it was Hogan. And he helped finance Marcus' program, but then that finance went out, and Marcus, he had a one-to-one. What was your one-to-one name, Marcus? What's Miss what? Miss Bridget? Yeah, so he had a one-to-one. Sit back, get your mask, show your mask. Look at. So he all distracted, but in the background, I'm showing some of my gaming that I've been playing. I've been busy during the pandemic, right, Marcus?
Right.
You been playing some of the games?
Yeah.
So during the pandemic, we've been keeping busy with the gaming, but it's nothing like having a day program for your young people, because he enjoyed getting up, feeling, you know, important, going to work, having his, you know, getting up early in the morning, catching the, Mark, you used to do what? You had to ride the bus. Sit back, Marcus. You had to ride the bus. And where the bus take you? Home. It take you home and where? And it take you to Chimes, right? And then it pick you up. What did you miss? Did you miss some of your friends? What are your friends' name?
Chimes.
No, your friends. Name some of your friends. What's the guy that worked with you name? Remember Mr. Jones?
Jones.
And what's the other name? I forgot his name. Mr. Thomas? Mr. Thomas, remember Mr. Thomas? He helped you. And where they take you at? When you go to China, where they take you? You go on walks?
Walks.
You go on nature walks?
Nature walks.
You miss your nature walks?
Nature walks.
You miss it?
Yes.
You miss China?
China.
You ready to go back?
Yes.
Another thing is, during this pandemic, you know, Marcus wasn't used to, show your mask, Marcus wasn't used to wearing the mask. Yeah, show him how you put your mask on. Sit down.
Put your mask on.
So he had to get used to putting the mask on, being safe. And in the beginning, it was a lot on him because he didn't understand why he had to cover his face. But now, throughout the year, because it's been almost a year now, he's been actually, comfortable, as you can see, to put it on. When we put on our mask, Marcus, we gotta put our mask on when we go outside, and when we go to the what? Stores. Where else you wear your mask? On your face, okay. And so he had to get comfortable with wearing his mask on his face, and that's been something different. And sometimes I'm concerned about when the program start back up, how he gonna get back into the routine. If when he does go back, my concern is someone gonna keep him. Have a seat. Is someone gonna keep him? Making sure that he wear it properly around his face and that he doesn't pull it down. Because I know with some of the school systems, the kids are going back to school, and with the special need programs, when they go back, it's going to be a little different because it's extra work on them. It's extra work on their one-to-one. So, so a lot of that been going on. But what I'm excited about is that Marcus has made it through this pandemic. When he was younger, he would have a tantrum if he's, right? What you said, Marcus? Say the word. Yeah, go ahead. Tantrum. You can take your mask off now. You had tantrums. Yeah, so when this program is interrupted, they have tantrums. But it was a lot for me to try to mimic. What you say? You like that word? Try to mimic his program. Try to mimic his program because having him wake up early. How early in the morning did you get up, Marcus? You get up what, like 6? How early? Real early? It'd be real early.
Yes.
It'd be real early, yeah. It'd be real early in the morning. SpongeBob, and we call him SpongeBob because Marcus absorbs. It's not for comedic reason, but he absorbs things. He hears things. You don't want to say too much around because he will mimic it. He will say it verbatim. He will verbatimly say what you said, and he can remember a song all the way through. Little things like that. So that's why we call him SpongeBob, because he soaks in a lot of things. But I wanted Marcus to join me on the program as we talk about the pandemic and what we've been doing during the pandemic, which is playing a lot of what? Video games. And these are some of the clips of some of the games. I think this right here is the Hitman. Hitman, always in some kind of disguise. But Hitman, GTA, like I said, Marcus like the Grand Theft Auto because you like to drive what?
Drive a car.
Cars, yeah, and the what? Motorcycles. So we've been doing a lot of gaming. So join some of the fascinating gaming, and I see now that I've been very busy. I see that I've played a lot of games throughout this pandemic. It will keep you. So if you're into gaming and you're frustrated with this pandemic, gaming is the best thing to do. Kind of like to get you through. But Marcus, what is the best thing to get you through since your day program? Because that day program was good. It kept him busy. He had his breakfast. What you like to eat when you was at China? What you like to eat? You gave us what you like to eat?
Sandwich.
And as you can see, he's a busybody. So without that day program, he's very fidgety. He need things to do. But what you eat at China? What did you eat? Sandwich. You like the sandwiches? And they offer them lunch and a full day program, and they go out, like I said, they go out and work, so it's hard to mimic what they do for 8 hours. Now at home, he's home all day, and it's a lot, mentally for them, mentally for me, what do I do next? What did Chimes do to keep these young people busy? So you trying to keep them, having peace and understand, because you can't explain to them why you're not getting up in the morning, why you're not getting on your bus to go to the program that you normally go to. And if any of you out there that's going through this, reach out. You have some comments, that'll be great, because like you said, we talk about these things on the news about different works, people out of jobs, people not being able to, work their full jobs, work full time. Some people getting laid off, And Marcus, he also, this was financed for him, so he's losing his money by not going to work. So it's a lot of things that the young people in these special programs are going through that are not mentioned. These are unspoken things. We talk about the nurses, we talk about the doctors, we talk about the DPW workers, all kinds of workers, but we forget about our youth, our young people who are out there working too. These people go out and young men that you see, sweeping the streets, washing windows, different programs like the ARC. All these special programs have been on hold because of the pandemic, because we want to keep our young people safe. And one of my concerns is when these programs go back, will they be able to, continue with safety? And they're not going to let them go back in big numbers like they used to have them. I understand that. But are they going to pay attention to, Marcus, wear your mask? Are they going to pay attention to making sure they keep their mask on properly? Show them how you put your mask on properly. Through this pandemic, Marcus had to get, learn to be safe. Whenever he go out, he got to make sure he what?
Put your mask on.
And then what else?
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands. So we've been up on that with Marcus, and if any of you going through, reach out to others, how to get, if you know anything about how to get these programs back started, be reinstated, that'd be great, because a lot of people come to me saying, well, hey, have you found a program for your son yet? Is he getting back into the program? But you can reach out to your local government and find out what's going on. From my understanding, some of the programs may start back up during the school season. Certain school seasons have started. So some of them start with the school season. Some of them may start in May. So you want to call these programs like the ARC or like with my son Chimes. And, we really want these young people to keep some kind of normality in their life. This is important. Pandemic not only messing with us, me, you, school kids, but also our special programs that has been available to these young men. Marcus again said how he liked to play some of my games with me. We've been playing these games. This one right here is, I believe, Metro Exodus that you're looking at right now. That's a good game. I've been playing Metro Exodus, just a lot of my games. I wish you follow me on Metro Exodus, Hitman, GTA. I mean, I'm just all over the place. So just enjoy us on YouTube, Fascinemic, and that's my guy Hitman. He's always in some kind of disguise. But a lot of gaming going on. And to get your young people, they got a lot of games for young people. Marcus loves GTA, so that's another thing that you can, help them with their, boredom. Because with Marcus, as you can see, he's a busybody. He don't like to be bored. So during this pandemic, that's why this program is called. This episode is called Pets SpongeBob Nimit's Pandemic, because Mark has been with me, with my spouse and we throughout the end, and we've been doing it. We've been handling it, but it would be nice to have a program for Marcus, because Marcus is a busybody. And tell Mark, say, I want to go and work. You want to go to work? And what else you want to do?
Before I got off.
Where else you want to go?
That guy didn't have
You want to see? He loves his Chimes. He want to go back to Chimes. So this pandemic has been very interesting. It doesn't just affect us, students, your mailman, you the doctor, the nurse, or whatever, but it affects our special youth as well. So I'm gonna let Marcus say bye. Say bye.
Bye.
And say pandemic.
Pandemic.
All right. And say wear your mask.
Wear your mask.
There you go.
Right, there we go. Now just leave like you making sense. Alright guys, look like I got away with that. I'm gonna finish up later. I got to go. I'm proud of myself. Oh, I gotta make sure I hit save for this though, so I can come right back to this. And then I'm gonna try to get upstairs. So, cause this the uniform. In fact, let me see if it worked. Let me see if it worked before I close out. Let me see if they let me just go right on upstairs. Do they recognize me as the guy that stole the uniform? So,
Nothing here, Command. Moving on.
let me see. Let me see if I can get in. Uh-oh, somebody recognized me. Here, go sit over here. Go sit over here. Yeah. Sit your ass down for a while. And I will be back.
Are you in position?
I'm heading towards the point of entry.
Good. Get back to me when you're there.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Those sands long ago, and it still persists. What does Crest even smoke? It's terrible. In any case, I'm better now.
I hate to interrupt, guys, but you should come to the mess hall. The table is almost served.
Thanks to...
Okay, I see your sub. I'm on my way. Mm-hmm. Fucking soaking wet. I need a change. I'm fucking soaking wet. Alright, I'm just gonna stand here and wait. Is the red and you don't need it? I can show y'all what they was. Okay, let's go to next. I can show y'all what was going on. Let's see. See.